Hello, this is Jed Distler, and welcome to the Chopin Report. Adjusting my glasses here. There were three wonderful Italian pianists participating in the 19th International Chopin Competition in Warsaw: Alberto Ferro, Reuben Mitchelli, and Gabrielle Strata. And if I'm not pronouncing your names correctly, I'm so sorry. I tend to think that my Italian is better than it really is. But anyway, what can you do about that? Ruben and Gabriele made it as far as stage two, while Alberto only made it into stage one. He didn't go further. I feel like all three of these pianists easily could have gone further in the competition. I spoke about Gabriele Strata's stage two performance in an earlier Chopin report, but I'm including a link to this stage two performance in my episode description so you can watch it and you can hear it. It's a marvelous concert that starts off with a really energized reading of the not very often heard Bolero, Opus 19. And in his selection of preludes from Opus 28, you get all kinds of voicings and accents that are kind of unique to this pianist. At least they struck me as unique during the competition, where we heard umpteen renderings of Chopin preludes in groups of six or groups of 12 or all 24 of the Opus 28 preludes. Also, in his performance of the F sharp minor Polonaise, Opus 44, I remember how I found it so interesting how he was slightly relaxing the tempos when the left hand trills kicked in. And I suspect that he did that just so that he could resolve the trills as if they were being sung rather than just plowing through them. Anyway, this is a recital that you need to look at more than once because there's a lot going on in Gabriele Strata's highly detailed interpretations. Let me get a little sip of caffeine here. Mm. Ah, that's really strong coffee I made. I think too strong. Now, Reuben Mitchelli, not only is he a pianist, he's also a composer and he's a conductor. I mean, this guy is as complete a musician as I know. And he truly understands that bel canto opera is just as strong as a component of Mozart's, I mean, not Mozart's, of Chopin's musical language, just as the grace and classicism of Mozart is. You see, I'm switching names around. I'm getting a little senile here, but his Chopin interpretations do have that bel canto element as well as the element of classicism in the sense of proportion that you really do need as a Chopin player. And I've posted a link to his stage two concert where he played that C minor nocturne, Opus 48, number one, in a particularly sung out and very seductive rendition. He didn't take this piece to be a tragedy, where everyone slits their wrists, but he treats the music more of as a dignified lament, I think. Also, what was interesting is how he links his selections from how he links the selections of six. Wait, what am my English is I'm totally screwing up what I want to say. No, but I want you to listen to how he links the six preludes that he chose to play, because this is an instance where I wish he really would have given all 24 preludes, because the kind of unity and pacing that he brings to these six, I could only imagine how he would treat the entire cycle. And do check out his stage two concert, the concert of Reuben Mitchelli. Or if you've already heard it, as I did in the hall, listen to it again on YouTube. I think you're going to be pleased all over again. And finally, Alberto Ferro. I first heard him when he participated in the 2021 Warsaw competition, and he's developed by leaps and bounds since then. And he's become a very cultivated and sensitive artist, and he's also a real singer at the piano. I really loved his stage one concert, and he brought really elegant cantabile qualities to the third ballade and also to that same C minor nocturne. And compare his C minor nocturne alongside Reuben Mitchelli's, and the conceptions are a little bit similar, but the details are different. And also, those fast runs in the A flat waltz, opus 42, the way that Alberto Ferro plays them, they really sing. You know, it isn't just speedy playing, there's a real legato connecting all the notes. Also, he played a Yamaha piano, which I had thought was kind of overly bright when I heard it in the hall, but somehow he managed to round off the brightness with his touch to rather lovely effect. Anyway, go back to revisit these performances with Alberto Ferro, Reuben Mitchelli, and Gabrielle Strata from the 19th International Warsaw Piano Competition. I heard all of these recitals in person in Warsaw, just as I heard, I would say 99% of them in the hall. And I'm enjoying them again now on YouTube, and I know that you will enjoy them as well. This is Jed Distler, and this is the Chopin Report. Until next time, be well and please be kind.